Feeling lonely? Watch this. Buddhism in English. Loneliness is one of the most deeply felt human emotions. It is something we all experience at different points in our lives. Sometimes it arises from physical separation, the absence of meaningful relationships, or the quiet moments when we feel disconnected even in a crowd. But while loneliness can feel like a heavy weight on our hearts, it also holds the potential to be a transformative experience. Through the lens of Buddhism, we can explore a path to understand, embrace, and ultimately transcend loneliness. 1. What does Buddhism say about loneliness? In Buddhist philosophy, loneliness is not seen as an inherently negative experience. Instead, it is an emotion that reveals much about our inner world and our relationship with the external one. The Buddha taught that the root of human suffering lies in attachment, our clinging to people, possessions, or circumstances to define our happiness. When these attachments are threatened or removed, feelings of loneliness can emerge. However, Buddhism encourages us to view these moments not as a void to be feared, but as an opportunity to turn inward. Loneliness invites us to sit with ourselves, confront our fears, and embrace the reality of impermanence. Through this process, we begin to uncover a deeper sense of peace and connection that does not rely on external factors. 2. Mindfulness, anchoring yourself in the present. When loneliness strikes, our minds often spiral into the past or future. We dwell on memories of companionship or worry about the uncertainty of finding connection again. This mental chatter can amplify feelings of isolation. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, teaches us to return to the present moment. By focusing on your breath, observing the sensations in your body, or simply acknowledging your thoughts without judgment, you can break free from the cycle of rumination. Mindfulness helps us see loneliness for what it is, a transient emotion, not a permanent state. With consistent practice, mindfulness can transform loneliness from something painful into a space for introspection and growth. 3. Practicing loving kindness. Metta, meditation. Loneliness often makes us feel disconnected from the world around us. One of the most profound ways to counteract this is through the Buddhist practice of metta, or loving kindness meditation. This practice involves sending well wishes to yourself and others, fostering a sense of universal connection. Begin by finding a quiet space and repeating these phrases to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. As you continue, extend these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even people you find challenging. By doing so, you cultivate compassion and empathy, dissolving the walls that loneliness often builds around us. The wisdom of impermanence Buddhism teaches that everything in life is impermanent, from our possessions to our emotions. Just as joy and connection ebb and flow, so too does loneliness. Understanding this principle can provide comfort during challenging times. It reminds us that loneliness, like all experiences, is temporary. Instead of resisting it, we can learn to sit with it, knowing it will pass. This understanding of impermanence also encourages us to cherish moments of connection when they arise. By recognizing the fleeting nature of all things, we develop gratitude for the present moment in the relationships we share. 5. Finding strength in community, sangha. While Buddhism emphasizes self-awareness and inner peace, it also acknowledges the importance of community. The Sangha, a community of practitioners, serves as a source of support, inspiration, and shared wisdom. If you're feeling lonely, consider seeking out a local meditation group, attending online Buddhist talks, or engaging with like-minded individuals who share your spiritual interests. Being part of a supportive community reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. It also reinforces the idea that our experiences are interconnected, further diminishing the isolation that loneliness brings. 6. Loneliness as a path to self-discovery. Perhaps one of the greatest lessons Buddhism offers is that loneliness can be a gateway to self-discovery. When we stop running from solitude and begin to embrace it, we create space to better understand ourselves. In these quiet moments, we may uncover hidden strengths, desires, and the vast reservoir of peace that lies within. Rather than seeking external validation or distraction, we learn to find contentment within ourselves. This journey is not always easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Over time, we realize that true connection begins with understanding and accepting ourselves. Final thoughts. Loneliness is a natural part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to define us. Through mindfulness, compassion, and the teachings of Buddhism, we can transform loneliness into an opportunity for growth, connection, and inner peace. Remember, the journey towards self-discovery and acceptance is a gradual one. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. The next time you feel the weight of loneliness, take a deep breath, ground yourself in the present moment, and remind yourself, you are never truly alone. The wisdom of the Buddha and the boundless compassion of the universe are always with you.